You know, most people don't have very good relationships with their parents, and my mom's in a polygamous cult. So you can imagine just how difficult and complicated our relationship is. I want to better understand my mom. I don't get to see her very often. I don't get to talk to her much. So I don't get much of a personal connection to understand why she raised me the way that she did. So today in this video, we're going to be watching her episode and how she found herself, first of all, in a polygamous cult, and then to leave that polygamous cult and eventually even go back. My mother didn't really have a mom in her life, and I think a lot of her reasoning and her justification for living the lifestyle that she lives can stem from not having a motherly figure in her life, not having somebody to see an example of, to learn from, to strive to be. My mom got married at 17.
I am a second wife in a polygamous relationship.
She even says right there, her older sister practically convinced her to marry the person that she married.
And she really felt strongly that I needed to be a part of her family. She would tell me that she felt like if I didn't do this, then I would lose my eternal salvation.
At 17 years old. Can you imagine? That is crazy.
You just sometimes think, you wish you could just wake up from that bad dream. Being in a polygamous family is very hard on the children because the relationship they want to have with their dad just can't be there. If you weren't a first wife, then you weren't able to put father's name on the birth certificates. Then the kids, they weren't allowed to acknowledge their father as daddy, or, they always called him by his name. There's not that love that you wanted so bad to have in a family.
This is where that love and physical affection really takes a toll on people that grow up in that kind of an environment. It's just crazy to think about that you can live with someone and grow up with them your entire life and still be unsure of how much love and affection you can show them, unsure of what they're going to think if you maybe give them a hug or show that you care a lot. And it's just strange because I feel like, being on my own and having my sisters to be able to properly learn how to just have that unconditional love and be there for them and to have that warm embrace of a hug and just to know that someone truly cares for you and that there are no strings attached, that there is no motivation behind that love that they are giving to you, that it's just true, sincere love. And not experiencing that for the first 17 years of my life, it's just crazy. I feel for my siblings so much because you can't know what you are missing when you've never experienced it. You just don't understand. It's like a hole is left within you. It also kind of creates this twisted idea of what love truly is. Because what kind of love can you have when there's something behind every action that is done? Something that they are trying to get out of it. It's very different. But love is a very strange thing. I feel like there's a reason why it's so damn powerful, Your relationships with people can really change you.
Oh, that's Mom.
Hello?
Does it feel better to be able to be with your family?
Oh, I still want to be a part of the family.
You know the rules.
I think I'm ready to leave the order.
If you leave and take the kids, how do you think Ray is going to feel?
Ray's not coming with me. I know he's not.
How do you know that?
My brother Ray is a true order member. He thinks it's a church of God and that he's gonna go to the celestial kingdom. He thinks everything my dad does is what God wants. He will literally do anything to be a part of the order, to be a good member.
Oh man, this sibling was, I don't even know how to begin, but it's strange because almost he is the epiphany of exactly what the order is trying to cultivate and create. I wish so bad I could interview this guy because, he's my freaking brother. But I know he wouldn't have anything to do with me because he is so dedicated to these people. And I can't help but wonder and think maybe, because they seen this, they saw my entire family leave and go. All the siblings, all of us older kids, everybody, even our mom, leaves that organization, leaves the religion, and he stays. And he stays dedicated and stays strong, doesn't question anything that they say. He's still so willing to do exactly as they tell him to. Just such a dedicated member, to a T. Unquestioning faith. That you would think that would earn him some, something in the church, which I personally don't believe that it did. I think that they connect so much of your social status on your family and the people around you that he still probably got blamed for, other people's decisions, his family, he's cursed with his family, whatever excuse they might have. But I do wonder if he got some recognition for that or anything at all, because don't get me wrong, I'm sure that was extremely hard for him to do, to turn away from his entire family, all of his direct full blood siblings that were leaving and trying to go and make a new life for themselves, even his own mother, and he just says no. He just disowns every single one of them. That is cold-hearted, man. But that's exactly what the order wants. At least, is it? I would imagine. That's what they're trying to create. Almost like this being that will not question and will stay loyal no matter what. But I wonder what his breaking point will be, how far can you push somebody? My brother that's so dedicated, so loyal, he's going to hit a point in his life where he's going to have to question it. He's going to wonder. And I sure hope it doesn't take all the way up until they marry off one of his children to someone and it feels like he doesn't even have a say and he has no control over what happens to his own family because he has to do what the one above him tells him to do. I know him. We come from the same blood. We were raised in the same family. I know that watching a young child be married off to some just old man, it's got to be one of the hardest things to watch, and to just stand by and to stay loyal to such disgusting lifestyles. I hope he'll see it before then. And he is so intertwined and so deep into the religion that he might not leave, but I at least hope that he'll protect his kids. Because I know it's hard once you have kids in there. And some people with kids know that they'll never leave because they always go back to, was the last 20 years of my life just a complete waste? Did I have all these kids for nothing? Did I do everything that the order told me to for nothing? And they would rather stay there rather than to take their own advice and at least make good use of what they still have. But some people just can't let go. Some people have worked so hard and been so dedicated, they can't accept the fact that they are being taken advantage of. They refuse to see what is happening around them.
They have this idea, and women say, well, no one's going to be over me. In many ways, that's like an engine being unwilling to fit in with the car. It is such a misguided and self-destructive idea.
We've all been blessed with the privilege of being in the kingdom of God.
I really appreciate the privilege of being here. The only place is in the order.
So with everything on your mind, what scares you the most?
Well, everything that we've been taught. If I didn't do this, then I would lose my eternal salvation.
Now this part is very interesting. They use the afterlife as a huge motivator as to why you do all that you do.
My whole life I was told, if you leave, you're going to hell. But I couldn't stay because it was hell.
They use this scenario of you go through all this pain in this life, you live polygamy, you build up this kingdom of whatever, all so that you can have paradise after this life. They're basically saying it doesn't matter that you're suffering. It doesn't matter that we're taking advantage of you. It doesn't matter if you have nothing in this life, because we will give you everything after. After you've died, and we don't actually really know what happens next, but we will promise you anything. There's no way of actually confirming anything or making sure that they can get it to you, because the only way that you can prove them wrong is to die. How convenient is that for them? So of course they'll promise you worlds beyond worlds. They'll promise you anything and guarantee you it with such confidence, because they know with much confidence that you won't be able to prove them wrong. You will never know unless you are dead. And as she said, that is her biggest fear. She is so afraid of the afterlife.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
The only place that can get you into the celestial kingdom, into the highest degree of heaven, is in this tiny little warehouse. How convenient for you guys, and how inconvenient for the majority of mankind. For all of the earth, that even in the order's doctrine is sons and daughters of our Heavenly Father, every person on the planet is still our brothers and sisters, still family, yet He only wants to save a fraction of the smallest group and percentage in the world. Just take a step back and really evaluate what you are saying, what you are teaching and persuading people to do. My mom is so scared. She needs to see an example because she has convinced herself that she can't do it. She truly believes that she could not survive out on her own, that she won't be able to provide for her kids, and that there's just no way. Just look at my mom's face, you guys. She looks so scared. Now I want to take a moment to talk to those fathers in the order, those leaders that actually are the men above the other people, the ones that have the influence, that are controlling the ones underneath them. How are you okay with this? You may have these people that you've manipulated and you've convinced to do your every will, but it's all based out of fear. They are truly terrified of you, and you're really okay with that?
My dad is blaming my mom for all of us leaving the order. He's pissed off. He is wondering why my mom can't get it straight. A good mother is someone that teaches you to blindly follow the church, to worship my father and the order leadership.
I'm proud of you, Mom.
I'm excited to see the kids.
This part was amazing, you guys. Oh my gosh. This was so emotional. Being able to see my mom and my siblings. Oh, that was so cool. I can't even begin to express what a moment like this is like. Finally get to feel a part of the family again. We finally feel like we are accepted, like we are loved again, like we actually have a family. This is the greatest family reunion ever, you guys. This is a family reunion that you would have never expected to have happen. It was so amazing seeing my siblings again. Oh my gosh. Wow, this brought back so many emotions. As grateful as I am to have these amazing moments and have a family that I can miss so dearly, feel so much joy to be reunited with them, it just makes it that much harder when my mom went back and when it felt like it all just got taken away again. I hate how confusing it all has to be. I just wish I could have a loving family, you know? With caring parents, I miss my family, but it's so hard to bring this back up all the time and to reopen that wound of what could have been.
Everything you know is in your mind.
When it just feels like there's nothing I can do.